Good afternoon. I felt compelled to make this video today and basically give a better description as to what I was tweeting out when I tweeted a hashtag, only a hashtag. And the hashtag said, Christ is the resistance. So what I would like to explain is this: that Christ was living in the exact times that we are right now. Don't think of it as a different time, because the sickness that the world always has of power-hungry people that want to be God, that want to create that tower and proclaim themselves God over everyone, over the entire planet. There will always be people that seek that. Always. And as a result, they will amass power, and they will have money, and they will push their influences through all the channels of influence, especially religions. They will utilize their systems, their monetary systems, their policies to change the way that they teach the truth about their gospel. Because all of them have a gospel. There isn't just one gospel. They all feel that they have a gospel. All of them. And they all do. Just what does that gospel accomplish is the question for the individual and for all of us as a whole. So when I tweet Christ is the resistance, what I mean is this: we have divisions already, good and evil. Which one's good? Which one's evil? Can you answer that question honestly? If you think that you could choose one side that is good and one side that is evil, and in all honesty, you can say one is good, well then, why are you even watching this video? Why are you even seeking what answers are? Christ's time was exactly the same, and he was trying to explain to not continue to eat from the tree of good and evil, because it's all evil. It's all evil. The only thing good is Christ, who you really are, the body of Christ, all of us, regardless of what religion you grew up in. Because that's why most of you are in a religion. It's because your mom and dad and grandpa were in religions. This entire world is designed to live by perception or ego. And Christ is the death of that ego. The same as any other mystical adventure that takes you on a journey where you die to that ego. What you discover is Christ, regardless of what name you call it by. It's always going to be the same thing. Who you really are, the depth of who you really are, and who you really are inside is part of a body. Like the cells that make up this physical body, all of them are part of this entire body. All of us are entirely one, all of us. It is incredibly cancerous, and it's going to be painful. It's division. And I made multiple videos where I suggested to not pick a side, and that still stands. The side you're not picking is nothing from this world, because all of it is corrupt. A little leaven leavens the whole lump, not just a little of it. So this is truly the battle for your soul. Even the politicians have said that, because they recognize that something is rising. Something is rising, and it scares them. They've given it a name, a crown. Interesting. But it isn't a sickness. It's a truth, because Christ is rising. And so when I say that Christ is the resistance, Well, look what he was teaching the people when he was here. To not participate in either the Pharisees or the Sadducees, essentially the right and left of today. And then you had the government, the overarching government, the banking system, which was, of course, the Romans. And they were planning a global reset, just as they are now. And Christ told you about that. Told you about the temple and that there wouldn't be one stone left unturned, that everything would be destroyed. Die to this world, he urged. Pick up your cross and follow me. Wow. Your cross. I see so many dependent on Christ's cross. Christ's cross saves you because it's the only evidence you have as to what you need to do. Or would he ask you to follow him for nothing? Would he ask you to pick up your cross for no reason at all? Sure, you can reason with me with some other writer of other scriptures, but yet say you worship Yeshua. I worship Jesus, you say, or Yeshua. If you do, well then pay attention to his words. Because what he was trying to convince all of you was that you could be just like him, and that you needed to be just like him. The church will tell you, you can't be Christ. Well, then they're the Antichrist. That's how far we've come. That's how far we've come. Wicked simply means bent. Bent, and how long have we been bent, and how far are we from where we're supposed to be? It's devastating. It's painful for me to witness. I feel so much of the consciousness of people all the time. It's heavy. And Malia and I are going to be talking about the pressing in, the squeezing out of the oil, and what pressure does. It might feel awful, but there's a purpose for this as well. This is exactly why Christ could say, do you see all of these things that I've spoken of, all of this destruction? All of those things must come to pass. Let your hearts not be troubled. Don't play in that game. Don't participate. Go inside yourself. Find Christ within you and find the resistance, because that truly is the only thing that you can do to stop them. It's all you've got. There is no other weapon. Christ said, he who lives by the sword will die by the sword. If you think you're going to fight this system, this global one being put into place, well, that opportunity to fight it happened long ago. You cannot, through brute force, fight this. You just can't. The only way is to stop giving them power. Don't participate in their systems. It's a sacrifice. Your life will change. It will be much more difficult, much less secure, require a lot more work and participation on your behalf. But to not be a part of their system. That separation of the world and from the world is Christ. And that is the only thing that can destroy them. Be the resistance. I love you very much.